That's the first snake of the day, and what a pretty snake. Well, we are back at it again today, and we're looking for some timber rattlesnakes. I didn't even have time to get dressed. I left work and went straight to the timber. So I got on a polo and some dress jeans. Hopefully the snakes don't mind, but gotta do what you gotta do. And we're gonna see if we can pull out a big yellow phase today. That is the goal. So stay tuned and see what happens. I am making my way to den number 1 of the afternoon. And this is actually a little bit of a habitat management spot that the Game Commission made for the timber rattlesnake. So I've caught some really nice snakes here in the past. Caught a 46-inch yellow phase right at the end of the season 2 years ago and let it go. But what's your favorite phase? I personally like the yellow phases the most. I mean, they're both beautiful. Well, I was kind of hoping to see something in here, but it looks like nothing's out at the moment, so maybe we'll come back on the way through. Well, we just caught a really pretty yellow phase. I'm gonna guess it's a male. Just seems like these males always end up breaking off the rattle, but this is a beautiful snake. It's probably one of the most vibrant snakes of the year. Well, that's the first snake of the day, and what a pretty snake. I think he's got some extraordinary colors to it. I'm gonna guess it's a male snake, judging by the looks of it. So we're gonna get him in a tube and see what he is. What a nice snake. And I'm gonna guess he's a male, and we're gonna check to verify real quick, but this snake has some beautiful colors to him. Count the scales real quick. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. I'm gonna say definitely a male, and he's probably pretty close. I'd say he's 40, 41 inches. But what a beautiful snake. Gonna let him go real quick. Like I said, just an absolute gorgeous snake. Well, there's our wildlife encounter for the day. This little fawn. Well, I was just coming through this pipeline and looked down, and there's a freaking rattlesnake sitting on this pipeline. Normally I see them pretty fast. The dark phases are easy to spot, but the yellow ones usually do me dirty. They're a little tougher to see. There it is, just chilling. Nice dark phase, cruising around. Well, there it is right here. A nice dark phase, freshly shed rattlesnake. All by itself, just chilling out here. So we're gonna quick get a tube on it and see what it is. If it happens to be a female, we're gonna let it get back to those rocks right there. That's snake number 2 of the day.
Easy, easy, easy.
Nice and easy. This is just a little snake. I'm gonna figure it out right now. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, and 22. So it's looking like just a little male. You know, maybe he's looking for females. It is the breeding season right now for snakes. So they're actually trying to mate with some of the females that aren't gravid. So another nice snake. Really get him out of the tube and let him go, but the season's almost coming to an end. Only 2 weeks left, and that is it. Time to say our farewells for the day. Boom, out you go. It's still a little bit too hot today. The snakes are hiding in the rocks a little bit. But if the sun's out, these rocks can get extremely high temperatures, and it can become too hot for the snake and actually kill it. So they'll come out in the morning for a little while, take in some sun, and once it gets 75, 80 degrees in direct sunlight, man, they can't take that, and they go right back into the den. But you can see some right here. Taking in some shade, minding its own business. Probably like, what the heck is that? Well guys, I already walked this power line and the sun was just too hot. There wasn't any snakes out, so having a good idea they were probably still in the den. I did a big loop around and I'm coming back right now. Just stepped over a nice rock and there's a yellow phase laying right underneath there. Well, it's just a little yellow. Actually a longer snake, but man, the color on these snakes are just beautiful. Everything's all shed, looking good. Another really pretty snake, nice yellow phase. We're gonna get a quick tube on them and see. All by itself, it's kind of strange. I should have just let him do his thing. He did not want to be tubed today, so should have just let him go. He was definitely probably the hardest snake of the year so far to tube. Just wanted absolutely nothing to do with it. But I was more curious if it was a male or a female because of it just being alone like that. And just want to figure that out real quick. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. So I'm going to say it's probably just a little male. and that could be one of the reasons why he's so aggressive. But one of my favorite parts about this rattlesnake hunting is it reminds me a lot of shed hunting, where you're in an area, the sign looks really good, and you're just trying to pick out, okay, where is this rattlesnake going to be at, you know? And then when you're looking and looking and you finally spot the pattern, it's awesome. It's just a little dopamine rush. And I run a lot of shed hunting YouTube videos and other stuff, so if you guys are interested in that, you can check that out on the channel. But I'm a die-hard shed hunter, and this rattlesnake hunting reminds me a lot of that. So, well, initially I was a little bit worried because the first pass through this power line, I turned up absolutely no snakes, and I just happened to notice that they sprayed it, and I was starting to be concerned that maybe that killed all the snakes, but the temperature was just too warm and the snakes were back into the den. I came back through and we're on to snake number 3 right here. Just a little snake. I'm not going to even tube them or anything like that. It's definitely not anywhere near being legal. Still nice to see. Good to know that the spraying didn't hurt the snake in any way. They are very, very sensitive to the temperatures though. Well, the snake season's coming to an end here shortly. It was a good day. I ended up seeing 8 rattlesnakes and ended up catching 6 of them. 2 of them I let go in the den because I figured they were pregnant females, but we just had the craziest bear encounter that I've ever had. So you guys got to check this out.